Hello, it's Andrew Eborn here with another special edition of KTT Legacy, brought to you in association with Marion and the wonderful GSI. And I am delighted to go all the way over live to Tame. How are you, RJ?
Wonderful. Wonderful. Absolutely wonderful.
Oh, I love it. Now it's not just wonderful.
It's been so long. It's been way too long since we've last spoken, Andrew.
It's rather like a London bus. You wait for ages and ages, then three come along at once. I love it. It's always a joy. Now, we've been talking about this extraordinary time. You've been locked down on that glorious island, that little island just a little bit south of Portsmouth. And we've been talking about, actually, this has been a really creative time. Not just for kttlegacy.com and what's happening with the merchandise, but also you as an artist. And in terms of the compositions that you've been looking at, talk to us about some of those.
Yeah. Well, one of the most exciting things is I've been working on fine-tuning and developing some of the songs that I wrote with my father that were never released, or they were ideas that we put. You see, the amazing thing is, whenever we recorded these as sort of ideas, you never would have thought that his voice singing those, just those sort of into memo quarters or into, or into our mics, but it was just, to put it down as an idea to be developed. And I never would have thought that would be the thing we would have to start, doctoring to make it sound like a mainstream recording, because nothing has ever changed with his voice. It's just that we try and improve the quality. It's the same thing we did with Sydney. And all the fans will know what I'm talking about with that. That was taken off of a GarageBand iPad thing. App. So, amazing quality that you can achieve doing that. So that's the process ahead, and it's fun doing it, and it's very dear to my heart. So it really is, a labor of love.
And that's what we talk about. I mean, a lot of the fans, and we've been doing a lot with GSI, and they're all commenting about the next thing. But to actually get some new recordings with you and your father's voice together is something that we've been longing for a very, very significant period of time. And what I love about it as well is that we're in Cannes together virtually. I say, is there a little one trying to get in on the act? So let's have a look. Who's that? Oh, hello, there he is. Hey, oh,
I got him.
Legacy. We love it. Back from school. I love it. It's got to be good.
I'm very popular.
Oh, we love you being so popular. Fantastic. It's always a thrill. They should get in on the act. I'll tell you what, one of the most popular videos we've ever done. Oh, he's disappeared altogether. One of the most popular videos we ever did was when, after the Bloomsbury concert, we chatted to Ella and also a certain young Max, and they talked about what it was like seeing you on stage. And the fans just love that video. I'll put a link in the video at the bottom here.
Very cute.
But they love it.
Yeah,
they're brilliant. Because you used to watch, I mean, talking about working with your father and so on and so forth, you used to watch your father at the side of the stage when you were Max's age, didn't you?
Indeed. Yeah. That's one of the times I first knew that I would, garner an interest in music production. And I thought, this is it's just so beautiful. I would sit there and watch them from either the wings, or I would actually just go down in the front where there were some seats, empty seats, and there were not many. So, I would find one, and maybe, someone had gone to the toilet. So I'd run down and sit in their seat just to try and wave at him, and he would always wave to me. He always saw me.
Oh, very good. I love the concept that one of the fans would pop to the loo and there'd be this little boy sat in their chair. It's kind of
yes.
back. So do you remember the very first time you went to see your father in concert?
Very first time. Well, the first one I can remember, because I know that I've probably been going since I was in onesies. I still haven't stopped wearing them. But that's another story. Yes. No. Yeah. Don't make fun of my bunny onesie.
I will know. We love your bunny onesie. Thank you. As long as you don't keep your bunny onesie to yourself, I tell you what, it's gonna be good. Yeah, so always you can order your own bunny onesies if you'd like one on kttlegacy.com.
Yeah. Oh, it's just been born just now. Yes. Yeah. Mark my words. We'll make it available. The RJ Gibb bunny onesie.
Oh, we love it. It's got to be good. The trouble is, a bunny onesie, that the initials don't really help with selling it, though, do they?
Maybe it should be quirky. People, how sometimes things are like the slug and lettuce.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, the bunny onesies, everybody's going to just go for those. They're going to love it. Oh, always a thrill. So I love the idea. So you used to go and see your father when you were in your onesies. But do you remember so the first one you remember, and we've seen footage of you on Cilla Black's show and doing this and that and everything else, and that was wonderful when you were tiny.
Yeah.
What was the first one you actually remember though, when you clocked, hang about, that's my dad?
Yeah, on stage, you mean?
Yeah. Well, not generally at home. I mean, yes. Hang about, that's my dad.
I think at one point I was calling the cat Dada.
Oh, were you? Okay. Look who the cat dragged in. It's got to be good.
There's a big cat that we had at Barnes.
Oh, did you?
Outside London, yeah. And we called him Barnes. It was his name. Yeah. And he was really overweight. I don't know what they were feeding him, but poor cat. And I used to call him Dada. So
did you?
Barnes became Dada.
Good heavens.
Much to my father's amusement, I think.
Oh, what a thrill. So Dada. So remember, so you did Dada.
At least I didn't call him Barnes.
Well, I was going to say, you should have done that. The body of Barnes. You could have done that. That would have been good. The BB. So well worth it. But do you remember your very first time when you saw your father on stage and you actually remembered the occasion?
I'm trying to because all these moments from say like the German tours, the European tours, I should say, but I really do remember the Germany, Austria. Those were some of the best audiences and the best really remember those because they would have like 4 encores and Juliet.
Which song? I know they always used to finish on the same song. Which song did they do for the encores?
Well, with the general format, they would always say, like from Japan to North America they would always end with "You Should Be Dancing."
Absolutely, and that's how you finished the Legacy show, which we had at the Bloomsbury Ballroom and various other places which were planned. So the perfect finish, and it's wonderful because the whole place just erupts, doesn't it?
Yeah,
it's wonderful. So they all remember. So when you had 4 encores, what did they do? Do you remember?
Well, in Germany, sometimes the encores took on a different form because, of course, Juliet was just so popular that the Bee Gees had to actually put it into their lineup.
Right.
I remember the encores being for Juliet as well. They all all over the stadium, just be singing the amazing.
I loved it. And they would have had all the people named after Juliet. There's the Juliuses and all the Juliets would have come along to I think it was all for them, that song. They loved it. It's got to be good. So
oh God. No. Lots of women in their 30s named Juliet.
I love it. Well, we should do a special edition on
passed away.
Oh, what's that, sorry?
Probably lots of dogs that have since sadly passed away.
Oh, dig them up as well. I love the idea. We should have them all on the show. So anybody who's named Juliet or Juliet, do write in to us at ktt@octopustv.com. That's ktt@octopustv.com. And we will have a special edition where we'll have the screen populated with all the Juliuses and Juliets and pets named after Juliet, because you're going to be releasing, we talked about this last time, in the not too distant future, your version of Juliet's going to be released as well.
That's right. And sorry, I'm still racking my brain to think when was the first time I remember going to a concert, and I think it was definitely it was a North American tour, I remember. And you know what? They asked all the children to come onto the stage. I remember it was myself, Travis, Mikey, Stephen was playing guitar on stage as well, so he was there. So Sammy, and I think even my cousin Yvonne's her brother Herbie's son, who I used to play with as well, Graham. He was a cousin-inch. Yeah. So yeah, we were all on stage for the encore, for the end, and they brought us on, and I'll never forget that. And I think that's the first time I really remember going to a concert, seeing my father, and I think it was because of the participation, being brought on stage as a very young child. It was
And how did that make you feel in front of all the thousands of adoring fans?
Yeah, no, it was incredible. And then all the flashes, and I'll never forget because they brought the children together, and we were kind of posing, and all these, everybody wanted a photograph. So it was, in fact, if you're one of those and you have a photograph of it,
no, that would be brilliant.
Definitely,
So
definitely.
If they can send it in to ktt@octopustv.com. That's ktt@octopustv.com. Send in your photographs, and I'll tell you what, we'll pick the best, and we might dig in our treasure trove and find a winner. Because it's about time we had a competition, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
So let's start that. But for now, RJ, it's been a real joy, as always. Good luck with the BO, as we call it. we love it. It's going to be fantastic. The onesie. That's all. The
Not my onesie.
No, absolutely. It's always a thrill. But for now, thank you so much for joining us. Take care.
God bless.
Bye-bye.